Last month, Chicago was one of the venues for the Copa America. Now it hosts the world champion U.S. women's national team as they continue prepping for their next major tournament challenge. Less than a month until the start of the Rio Olympics. Today, the U.S. will use their first ever meeting with South Africa to help finalize a roster that's expected to bring home gold again.
Ask anyone who's done it, and they'll tell you. There is an undeniable responsibility that comes with playing for this country. 1 year after conquering the world, the new faces of the U.S. women's national team look to build a lasting legacy of their own and find their voice and gold in Rio. The next chapter in this American epic is written.
Oh, Morgan!
One game at a time.
Oh, are you kidding me?
USA versus South Africa. Next on FS1.
Our pregame show sponsored by AT&T. It is the second to last tune-up before the U.S. heads off to Brazil to defend their Olympic crown. Glad you're with us today. Rob Stone, pair of former U.S. internationals with you. Allie Wagner, Leslie Osborne. How does today, Allie, impact tomorrow for the U.S. women's national team?
Well, I spoke with Jill Ellis last night, and she told me that she plans to call the girls on Sunday and let them know their fate for the Olympic roster. So today is no longer about evaluation. It's about performance, about preparation for the Olympics, paying attention to details, those little nuances, the spacing, recovery runs. For me, though, I want to see what this team can do at playing out of pressure. I went back and watched those Japan games, and they struggled when Japan pressed them high. So I want to see if this group can play out of pressure. Yes, South Africa is no Japan, but it's an area they need to improve upon if they're going to face France in the Olympics.
Well, two players that are great of breaking pressure to have Carly Lloyd and Megan Rapinoe back in camp. You know, Carly Lloyd, she'll get some game minutes hopefully today. She's fit. But, you know, you need to play before the Olympics, and luckily she has that month. And Megan Rapinoe, she's back in camp, and she's finally contact, and she's going to use every day to her advantage to make sure that if she makes this roster, she's ready to make an impact on this team.
Rapinoe unavailable today, but Lloyd is on the bench. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this one. The U.S. will start their 14th match of the calendar year this way.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 solo in goal. She's looking for her 100th shutout today. Huge for her. Sauerburn and Johnson, this back line, very consistent. They're going to hold it down back there. And Long, number 23, playing in that number 6, a huge opportunity for her to hold in the midfield along with Haran and Press. Press is getting an opportunity to play that number 10 spot for Carly Lloyd. And Dunn and Pugh, Jill really wants them to stay wide in their attack. And Alex Morgan playing really well, scoring 11 goals in their last 11 games. I like this lineup.
The opposition headed to their second straight Olympics, and here's how they start out.
Yeah, Vera Pauw will have them more likely in a 4-2-3-1, as you see. Roxanne Barker starting goal. She's a 25-year-old, plays club ball in the Netherlands. And then that center back pairing, that is an experienced partnership with about 250 caps between them and Janine Van Vick and Matlu. And in the midfield, Malherbe, she plays ball for Texas A&M. Parents are from South Africa. She was born and raised in Temecula. And then up top, in that attacking mid, is Motlalu. She's the youngest player at 18 years old. She's an attacking, creative presence. And also, Jermaine Sapulsenwe in the midfield. She's a player who had 5 goals in qualifying in the key one over Equatorial Guinea that landed in Rio.
South Africa ranked 52nd in the world. And for more on this one, let's check in with the trio calling this one for you from Chicago's Soldier Field. John Strong, former U.S. head coach Tony DeCicco, ex-U.S. international Kat Whitehill. Hi, guys.
Hi, Rob. Hi, everyone. Yeah, we got the same message from Jill Ellis yesterday. Our big takeaway was she's got this roster set in her head. It's about fine-tuning how they're playing going into Rio. What do you guys want to see in fine-tuning today?
Well, for me, the biggest thing is all about the cohesiveness in the back, and that falls on the shoulders of Becky Sauerbrunn and Julie Johnston. They need to make sure to communicate with their back line and make sure that they're on the same page. And on the flip side, they need to work on back post defending, getting touch tight, not allowing any free headers in the box.
And Jill Ellis wants to evolve her attacking play. She wants to see her wingers, Mallory Pugh and Crystal Dunn, play wider. This is a change from the outside backs taking that role. I like it because they're take-on artists. They'll beat defenders. I also like it because they'll spread the defense for South Africa. That gives more room for Kristen Press, Lindsey Horan, and Alex Morgan.
And there's definitely a handful of new faces that were not a part of the World Cup team last year. One face that is not new is goalkeeper Hope Solo. She spoke a little bit ago with the other member of our broadcast team, Julie Stewart-Binks.
Hope, with this being the last game before Jill Ellis names the Olympic roster, what does the U.S. need to get out of this tune-up game against South Africa?
You know, I keep saying that you're not going to see our best soccer until we make it to the final, because we progressively get better and better with each game that goes by in any major tournament. But with this game, we're going to really kind of show you what our style is going to be. We're going to be a possession-oriented style team. We're going to have a variety in the attack, and you're going to see it. We're going to entertain the crowd. It's not going to be direct. It's not going to be only scoring off crosses. I think you're going to see a little bit of everything, and that's a testament to the coaching for sure, but it's also a testament to the young kids that have really brought us something new to the game.
Now you're one clean sheet away from becoming the first ever goalkeeper in the world to reach 100 shutouts. With that in mind, what do you think about with that milestone?
Honestly, it means a lot to me. It's a testament to just the length of my career, and it's been a long road. It's been a long road, so it means a lot. I'm a little bit emotional about it. I hope it happens today.
Thank you so much, Hope. Congratulations. Good luck today.
Of course. Thank you very much.
All right, let's send it back to Rob Stone in the studio.
All right, JSB, Solo and the team, they're still in ongoing conversations with the U.S. Soccer Federation over equal pay. And in an effort to sway public opinion to their camp, we were told that players today would wear temporary tattoos trumpeting their cause, equal play, equal pay. The collective bargaining agreement ends at the end of the calendar year, but there will be no work stoppage here in 2016. When the AT&T pregame returns, should Megan Rapinoe return to the U.S. fold for the Rio Games? Carly Lloyd available today on the bench after missing 2 June friendlies due to a knee injury, the reigning World Player of the Year, hoping this summer to add to her 2 Olympic gold medals. The U.S., they have one more warm-up match later this month before they head to Brazil. The Americans, remember, victorious in each of the last 3 Olympics, but they're in a tough group. It includes 17th-ranked New Zealand, 3rd-ranked France, and Colombia. Jill Ellis expected in the coming days to formally announce her final 18-player roster, which must include a minimum of 2 goalkeepers. Each of the 12 teams also allowed 4 alternates that will travel with the team throughout the Olympic Games. And remember, unlike the men's tournament, there are no age restrictions. Megan Rapinoe, remember, unavailable today, but still in selfie form, as she continues to work her way back from an ACL injury suffered back in December. The big question is whether that 31-year-old, wonderfully talented player will be on the plane to Brazil. A rough consensus, we have 14 spots booked already. The biggest question out there, it surrounds Rapinoe. If healthy, she's a no-brainer, but she is not at 100% right now. She is in this camp for evaluation. Les, does she deserve a ticket to Rio?
Yeah, she does. She's made a lot of progress this last month. Now she's full contact. She's playing with the team. And remember, she's got 3.5 weeks before that first game. And she doesn't have to play in that first game. We can build her back into the Olympic tournament. As long as she can make an impact, she is one of the most creative and dangerous players in the world. And they've been lacking, her experts on free kicks and stuff. So, of course, she has the opportunity to make this team, and she should.
Right, and it's not really that big of a risk. Everyone keeps saying, is it a risk? Is she injured? Is she going to be back? But you travel with 4 alternates. You said it. So if she gets injured in the way, you just slide someone else in, and her upside is just too great, I think, in the flow of play. And then especially, as you said, Les, on free kicks. She's a specialist, and with Holiday's retirement, they've been lacking in that area.
Let's talk about Allie Long. Where does she fit on the field, and how does that impact other players?
Well, I think she's been great, and obviously she's getting the start today. She's a player that now, in my opinion, gives Jill Ellis flexibility because she can play that number 6 role and allow Morgan Bryant to play the 8, which has been Haran's role as of late, but she's been a bit hit and miss against the top teams in that spot. So I think it gives this U.S. team a little more flexibility, but also maybe a better look with Long starting.
Tight race for the number 2 spot in the net. Who do you give the nod to?
Really tight race. I think the edge goes to Nair. Jill's given that opportunity to Nair over Harris in the last 8 months. And both of them have had really great seasons with their NWSL teams and have been rocks, have very similar stats in goal too. So I think it comes down to the wire, but I think that she's going to give this opportunity to Nair.
No doubt, Solo, the number 1 in the nets today. She could become the first goalkeeper ever to register 100 international clean sheets. Amazing stat. Kickoff from Chicago is coming up, but up next, we're going to give you a look at their new Olympic jerseys. There's Alex Morgan set to lead the U.S. attack again. It's been a typically High-scoring year for the 27-year-old includes finding the back of the net 3 times in 2 friendlies versus 7th-ranked Japan last month. The Americans looking to build momentum towards the Olympics, where they're going to unveil new home uniforms developed exclusively by Nike. Due to regulations, though, the Federation crest is going to be replaced by USA lettering on the jersey. South Africa, meanwhile, hoping to avoid a repeat of their group stage exit at the 2012 London Olympic Games, but they face a massive challenge drawn alongside top 10 sides Brazil and Sweden, plus China. Today, they become just the second African nation to face the United States and the first to do so in a friendly. The Americans having previously met Nigeria 4 times in major tournaments. That includes a 7-1 win at Soldier Field en route to winning the '99 Women's World Cup. U.S. women victorious in all 6 matches they played there at Soldier Field. Will there be more of the same today? Walkouts, anthems, kickoff next.